sometimes there's so many things that you can juggle, right? There's so many things that we kind of have to do, and for her to be so laid back and relaxed and have fun and just chit chat with everyone is cool to see.
Now I understand you got some new shoes that you've developed. Is this going to be a gift for Caitlin?
Yeah, so I gifted her some shoes.
Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping, unexpected, and explosive crossover moments in recent sports history. What started as a simple act, a small gift, quickly spiraled into swirling rumors and then exploded into a global story involving Nike, the WNBA, golf, intense rivalries, envy, and billions of dollars at stake. When Nelly Korda approached Caitlin Clark with a grin, nobody could have predicted what was about to unfold. And believe me, this wasn't just a casual present, it was the spark of something monumental. On the surface, it seemed innocent, even charming. Fans assumed it was just a lighthearted crossover between two of the world's elite athletes. Golf superstar Nelly Korda, one of Nike's biggest faces, handed a gift box to basketball phenom Caitlin Clark as the crowd erupted in cheers, cameras flashed, and laughter filled the arena. But online, everything blew up. Within minutes, social media lit up. Tweets, rumor mills, fan theories, and insider reports all suggested the same thing. This was far from an ordinary gift. Nike had a massive plan in motion, and this seemingly small moment was about to shift the landscape of sports entirely. And here's the kicker. Most people weren't even noticing the real story unfolding right in front of them.
And for women's sports, for two of the biggest stars to come together in this sort of environment, how important is that?
I think it just shows how powerful, supporting one another can truly be. And, I've always been a big advocate of that and supporting women's sports, and always been a big fan, whether it's golf or soccer or volleyball, whatever it is. So it's really fun to just see her do her craft up close and how good she is, and, getting to play with her last year, and I played a few other rounds with her. So.
Nelly Korda and Caitlin Clark aren't just faces of Nike, they're two of the brand's fastest rising female superstars in entirely different sports. Two separate worlds, two distinct audiences, two unique empires, but one company ties them together. So when these two giants appear side by side in a moment that feels perfectly orchestrated, perfectly timed, and undeniably viral, the internet immediately smelled something huge. Fans started buzzing. This isn't random. Nike has something big in the works. And that's where things start to spiral. Speculation exploded. What if Nike is launching a massive cross-sport project? Think about it. Nelly Korda crushing it on the golf course. Caitlin Clark dominating basketball and drawing global attention. Both internationally recognized, both insanely marketable, both at the peak of their momentum. A collaboration here? That's not just a promo, it's a multi-billion-dollar marketing universe. Nike could capture basketball fans, golf enthusiasts, international audiences, untapped demographics, and endless viral sports content. One fan even tweeted, "This isn't a gift, this is the start of a power alliance." But then, things started to get messy. Wow, rumors online began swirling, pointing fingers at figures within the WNBA. People started asking, and what about A'ja Wilson?
If they're gonna make her golf better, and I was like, guaranteed.
Did you sign them?
No, I didn't. I hope she uses them, but I gave her a little gift bag of this little PE collection, which has been super fun to make, so I'm very grateful. And if you told me this, I don't know, 10 years ago when I was looking in the crowd that I would have my own shoe, and being here playing in front of everyone and inspiring the next generation, I would tell you.
She's the MVP, the established face of the league. So why is Nike suddenly pushing Caitlin Clark so aggressively and pairing her with Nelly Korda at the same time? True or not, fans quickly spun theories of jealousy, tension, and rivalry. Some suggested A'ja Wilson wasn't thrilled. Others claimed league leadership, especially Kathy, felt caught off guard. And many argued that the moment looked less like a friendly gesture and more like a deliberate shift in the spotlight. Remember, A'ja is also a Nike athlete, a superstar and a flagship face of the WNBA. But Caitlin's popularity is skyrocketing at lightning speed. The instant Nelly's gift went viral, a new story took over. Is Nike quietly reshaping the hierarchy? Is Caitlin emerging as the league's global centerpiece? Rumors or not, online chatter sometimes hits harder than reality. You should have seen the comment sections. Basketball fans, golf fans, WNBA fans, Caitlin fans, A'ja fans, they were all arguing. Some insisted Caitlin deserves this rise because she represents the future. Others argued this is unfair to A'ja, she's the MVP. And some claimed Nike is dismantling the WNBA's old system. Meanwhile, a few simply shrugged. It's just a gift. Chill. The divide grew, theories multiplied. What started as a simple moment became a symbol, a sign of cross-sport collaboration, a new era in women's sports, Nike's global strategy, a shift in fan power, and for some, a threat to the league's established order. To some, it was inspiring. To others, suspicious. To some, thrilling. And to others, intimidating. This wasn't just a gift anymore. It was a statement. A message that Caitlin Clark is more than a basketball player. She's evolving into a global superstar. A force so enormous that elite athletes from completely different sports are now orbiting around her.
Do is drop a link. And all it took was for her to take to social media to make this announcement, for everybody to go into a frenzy, and for, I think, the vibes to pick up just a little bit. It's that genuine love the fans have for Caitlin Clark. And
there she is, the woman of the hour, Caitlin Clark, arriving to Pelican Golf Club outside Tampa earlier this morning to compete in the Wnba driven by Gamebridge Pro-Am for the second straight year. What a scene. The guard for the Indiana Fever, twice a WNBA All-Star, back at the Wnba, mixing it up with the best on the LPGA, including Nelly Korda, the 15-time winner. Caitlin will play with her for 9 holes, and
here's the twist nobody saw coming. What if all the rumors are off? What if Nelly Korda wasn't sending Caitlin Clark a business signal at all, but simply expressing genuine admiration? What if Nike isn't orchestrating a takeover, but celebrating 2 of the world's top female athletes instead? Drama often drowns out the truth, but sometimes it reveals it. That's the magic of this moment. No one knows the full story, and the real motives remain hidden. But one thing is undeniable. This single gift carried far more weight than anyone could have imagined. So was it just a friendly gesture? Or the launch of a billion-dollar marketing strategy? A quiet message that shook the WNBA's foundations? Whatever the reality, one fact stands firm. Caitlin Clark's rise is relentless. Every athlete, every league, every brand is now feeling the ripple effect. This wasn't just a moment. It wasn't small, ordinary, or innocent. It was a spark, a symbol, a storyline, and maybe even the beginning of a new era in women's sports.
We go, and great FaceTime with Nelly Korda. This is great. We talked to Annika earlier in the week, Eamon, about, what do the greats talk about? They do talk about workout routines and, practice routines. It's not just hi and hello. They're trying to get some information.
Yeah, they learn from each other. They don't learn from the likes of us, Dan.
It's just appreciate that scene as well. Caitlin Clark walking the fairways with Nelly Korda, 2 of the greatest American female athletes that we have right now. It kind of shake a little bit of rust off that she hasn't been playing her full schedule on the WNBA. We know that. I'm sure she's had a little bit of time to just tinker on the golf course, on the practice area.